If you've been paying attention to the Louisville housing market lately, you may feel a little like you're watching two completely different housing markets. You've got the first, house goes up on a Thursday, and before the weekend's even here, it's already under contract. And then there's the other house, maybe a couple streets over, seems to sit there for weeks, maybe even months, and you're thinking, wait, what's the difference? You're asking exactly the right question. Because after helping Louisville families buy and sell homes over the years, I've learned something. It's almost never the house itself that determines how quickly it sells. And if you're planning on selling your home in the next 6 months or maybe even longer, understanding that difference can mean thousands of dollars or weeks of extra time on the market. Hi, I'm Katie McDaniel. I was born here, grew up here, and now I'm raising my family here in Louisville. Every week, I'm lucky to sit at kitchen tables with homeowners who have questions just like these, helping them sort through the noise so that they can make the best decisions for themselves and their family. And I hope this conversation does the same for you. I've actually had two seller conversations recently that have stuck with me. Both families had beautiful homes. Both, as most people, wanted to get as much as they could for them. Both were wonderful, delightful people. But these two families made two different decisions, and those decisions affected the outcomes. Let me tell you about the first one. They were in a hurry. And like a lot of homeowners, they watched their neighbors' houses sell quickly and naturally thought, ours will probably do the same thing. We walked through their house together. It was charming. It was warm. Honestly, it felt like home. But like my house, it was also very personalized. Family photos, collections, furniture that worked beautifully for the way they lived. The challenge wasn't that there was anything wrong with the house. The challenge was helping a buyer walk through the front door and picture their life there instead of the people that were living there. So we talked about decluttering, depersonalizing, maybe bringing in a stager, making sure the photography really showed off what made the house special. Now, this is important. My job isn't to tell my clients what to do. My job is to make sure they understand their options and the trade-offs that come with each, because not one plan works for everyone. And after talking through everything, they said, you know what? We really just need to get this house on the market. And that was absolutely okay. So we did. First week, things were a little quieter than everyone hoped for. Not because there was anything wrong with the house, not because the market had suddenly crashed. Buyers were simply comparing. So we watched, we listened, and we paid attention to the feedback. Then we moved to plan B. We brought in a stager, simplified rooms, had new professional photos taken, updated our marketing, and things began to pick up a little bit, and ultimately found the right family for the home, and the home sold. It just took a little longer than everyone had hoped for. If you're seriously considering moving to Louisville, I put together a relocation guide that breaks down neighborhoods, price points, and what to expect in each area. I'll link it below so you can grab it. Now let me ask you a question. When you see a house that's been sitting on the market for, let's say, 45, 60 days, what's the first thing you think? You nailed it. What's wrong with it? But here's the interesting part. There often isn't anything wrong with the house. So if that's not the reason, what is? Well, before we answer that question, I want to tell you about another homeowner, because she had many of the same concerns as our first one, but she asked one question that completely changed the direction of our conversation. She looked at me and said,
Katie, I'm overwhelmed. Can you please help me figure out what's really important?
And I remember smiling
Of
because
course.
that honestly is one of my favorite questions. Not because I have the perfect answer, but because I know the conversation just changed. We're no longer talking about spending money. We're talking about making good decisions. So I told her exactly what I would tell my own family. I said, I don't think you need a renovation. I don't think you need a brand new kitchen, but I do think there are a few things here that buyers are going to notice in the first 30 seconds. So we made a plan. We brought in a stager for a consultation, painted a few rooms, decluttered, depersonalized, moved a little furniture around. Nothing extravagant, nothing that kept her from living in the home, just very intentional. When all was said and done, I think she spent less than $1,000. Not too bad, right? Before I go any further, I want you to hear this because it's really important. I don't believe in spending money just to spend money. I believe spending money with a purpose. My goal is to help you spend as little as possible to get as much as possible for your home in whatever timeline works best for you and your family. Maybe that means spending a little money. Sometimes it's investing a little because a return makes sense. And sometimes it just means moving a couch or taking down some family photos, or maybe making a few simple changes so the buyer can better picture themselves there. Every recommendation should have a reason behind it. I'm always asking myself, what's going to give you the biggest return for the smallest investment? Because I don't want you spending money you don't need to spend. Once everything was ready, we brought in a professional photographer. That first photo had to stop people from scrolling. The pricing had to create excitement. The marketing had to tell a story. We listed the home. Within 2 days, we have multiple offers, buyers competing, and she accepted an offer $20,000 over asking. Now, did that happen because we painted a room? Probably not. Did it happen because we hired a stager? Could have been a little part of it. It happened because everything worked together. So why did one home sell in a couple days and the other took several weeks? And let me tell you, it's not because one family made the right decision and the other family made the wrong one. Both families made decisions that best fit their priorities at the time. The difference was understanding the trade-offs before they listed. I found homes that sell quickly usually get 4 things right: preparation, presentation, pricing, and promotion. Because I love alliteration, that's the 4 Ps. None of these by themselves are magic, but when they work together, they create momentum. Because in today's Louisville housing market, buyers have choices. They're comparing homes online before they ever walk through the front door. And they're asking one simple question: is this the home I want to see this weekend? If the answer is yes, you create momentum. If not, buyers keep scrolling. And that's why preparing a home isn't about making it perfect. It's about helping buyers see themselves there. At the end of the day, my job isn't just selling houses. That's a part of it, yes, but it's really about helping people make good decisions. Sometimes that means listing next week. Sometimes that means waiting. Sometimes that means spending a few $100s. And sometimes it means spending nothing at all. Every family is different. Every home is different. My job is simply to help you understand your options so you can choose what's right for you. So if you're thinking about selling, whether it's next month, next year, I'd be happy to help. I'd be happy to come walk through your home with you. We'll talk about what buyers are really likely to notice, what I'd leave exactly as it is, and what might be worth changing. No pressure, no sales pitch, just a conversation that helps you move forward with confidence. If you found this video helpful, I'd love for you to subscribe. Every week I share practical advice to help Louisville homeowners make smart real estate decisions. And if there's a question you'd like me to cover next, leave it in the comments. I'd love to hear from you.